what's up, everyone? Black Friday. I'm like, it's like I don't know what to do with my hands. You know, when I come in here, it's like I know that I'm screwing everybody like here. Like I'm like ruining their lives for like a couple of days, and with a future promise that we'll all have future success. But I come in on Black Friday. I'm like, let's go, Kyle. Where am I going? I don't know where I'm going. So I'm going to spend some time, probably Saturday, Sunday, just doing design. So Kyle will just shuffle off some stuff to me. And because if I really, in the past, I've gone over to the warehouse and then messed up orders and stuff like that. So, you know, it's like.
Hopefully we don't get any messed up design.
Calls for 4. I'll check it 3 times and I'll have 3. And then we'll have all kinds of issues and stuff like that. So we'll run over to the warehouse in a second. But design, so what happens on design? Well, this is our first year of actually having a design department, but you were doing some last year. We'll sell hundreds of thousands of dollars of cabinets and flooring and lighting and stuff like that, where people have been waiting to purchase, because this is we get our only sale. So Kyle and Ed are a 2-man band, and then Bryce and I are going to come over here and help out as they kind of get their feet wet on what people want, because not everybody can come here and do this. That you have to know the stuff. So Kyle just sent me the user file of all the different cabinets and all the things he's been building to make designs a little bit simpler. And then I would guess, tomorrow, because we're going to run basically a 12-hour live stream. So it's a terrible idea. And I'm shooting this video here today for the channel. But I'll come over here and to help some guys do some designs. Maybe they'll get excited. It's me, Kyle. Like, ooh, I get to work with Matt. They're going to be like, oh, crap, he's going to screw it up. So let's see what everybody else is up to. You got it, Ed? He's got this. Ed's like day 8, and he's here in the disaster. All right, Tommy, what do we got?
Helping the people. We had a lot of order changes in the morning, so I got here early and got through most of those before Ted printed them.
Well, hopefully we've talked about this a lot. The goal is to eliminate the job, right? To eliminate the need for technical support, which of course is a pursuit that isn't really possible. But one of the big changes that Tommy and Brad came up with was just automatically install the discount instead of having to put a code in, because then people submit it and they forget the code and they freak out and they start contacting us multiple times. And so it just, in some cases we make a few extra bucks because some people didn't even realize it. We didn't realize it. But in general, it's easier just to apply the darn discount code to everybody.
We've already seen that. We've had less tickets so far this morning than we did last time. So it's been good.
So we have, in addition, we've asked Jeff and Lewis, who have since gone to different departments, to come back here. Really kind of like Bryce and I are going to go into design, and we're going to kind of bring some fumblers in that they've probably forgotten a lot, but probably doing some other jobs. They're going to come in and help Tommy's team and just answer questions as quickly as possible. Again, I would love to have a phone line, but I'm telling you, we'd have a bunch of people manning those phones that wouldn't know the answer. So it would cause a future email. So instead, we have Zendesk, where these guys, where Daniel and Manny and the team can do their thing and answer questions, in a timely fashion, much more efficiently. Yeah. But we're already at like 600 something orders.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, from last night to today. Well over 600, approaching 700 orders. That's good. And remember, our orders are a little more sophisticated than getting a couple T-shirts and a hat. Yeah. What do you think, Manny? You got this?
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't look stressed at all. How come I'm stressed?
I'm doing this behind the screen through a keyboard. So for me, I'm great.
Yeah.
I'm used to doing this.
I want me to come over and do this and get you wound up.
Yeah, I've been really working retail probably like a good portion of my life. So I'm used to the person-in-person contact for like retail.
Yeah.
So for me, doing it behind a screen keyboard, it's simple.
So what are some of these things? Leaking.
Yeah,
1322, Swiss Shocks edge pieces, Miles Manic quick disconnect does not work, info regarding shipped. Oh gosh, are they really? Tell them Matt says get frickin' bent, you moron. Nick, come on. I told you. Did I not make it clear? Stubby, it's in the description, it's in the video, it's in every other video. You place it, and we'll get it to you when it comes. As soon as it comes. Now, if it came today, it would take a few days. But if the stubbies come like on a Tuesday in January, which, by the way, it's probably like February or something like that, we'll get it out in seconds. Just chill. Just chill. So stop sending these guys emails about that. You're wasting everybody's time. So anyway, they've got, how many tickets you got?
Right now we have 66.
Oh, that's nothing.
That is nothing. That's a normal Monday for us, so.
All right, we're in good shape. That discount code must have really helped.
Yeah, that definitely
The
does.
emails that get sent out to like all the customers get sent out at 11. So we expect an uptick once that email goes out. People.
Gotcha.
So midday today.
All right, so I bought all these crazy lights for these people, and they're gonna live in the freaking dark. What? Can I just cancel it, Bryce? I got how many? I got $20-something thousand of lights coming for here.
Suck.
Turn the lights on for a minute here, though. We've got a bunch of vampires in here. I literally bought like the world's preeminent lighting solution for this building. It still hasn't shown up yet.
Are they coming?
If they were supposed to be September, then October, then October, then October, then November. Yeah, we reserved our spot. We're not complaining. We're not cranky. We're not sending emails. Where's our stuff? We're just waiting. It'll show up here one day, and then these guys will turn them all off. So it's pointless. But when I come in here at night, I'll be able to turn the lights on and have it look good. So what's the plan here today, fellas? Are we really going to live stream for 10 hours straight?
It's not 10 hours straight, so you're going to be on at 10, you're going to wash your car,
Okay.
and you're going to walk around the warehouse,
Okay.
but you already do that anyway.
Yeah.
And you're going to do your regular podcast at 2.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah, it's much a normal day.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah. So how are our orders looking?
We're doing good. I would say we're under pace a little bit.
That's
actually,
not good.
But it's a long day. Email goes out at 11. You need to make a main channel video, which I guess this is.
Yep, that's what we're doing right now.
And then it should be good.
So Bryce, what are we doing with this live stream business?
So this is all put together without like all bits and pieces of what we have. So Teradek wireless link from SDI from the C200. So SDI link coming out of here sends over to this guy, which you can do a HDMI out from into a computer, completely wireless. So got a giant Ronin battery pack on here powering stuff.
And I saw you were testing this the other day, so
Yeah.
just see if there was any lag or any issues with OBS. And then OBS will be, Open Broadcast Source will be the software, and then that will allow us to not have to have a freaking weird HDMI cable.
Yeah, like-
We're like tripping over it and trying to
Like
do
three
it.
people managing it.
Yeah.
People don't die.
And then it pops out or it wiggles loose and then the thing goes dead.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that.
This solution that works. We're gonna set up probably a MacBook, probably your MacBook or your older one or whatever, in Chris's office. Have a central location there.
Yeah.
So because that's between both areas,
Got it.
and
Okay.
then we can just wirelessly go back and forth. So
You know, I brought the M1 Max. Maybe we should run it on that. Although I don't have it all installed and everything.
yeah.
So whatever you want to do, as long as it doesn't crash. And then these guys don't look stressed either. How come I'm the only one running around like a crazy person? Lewis is sitting in the corner, the lights off, doing nothing. He's melting now that I turn it on. And Mike, what are you doing? What are you up to?
Prepping the all-day live stream,
Okay.
and then a bunch of podcast stuff, and then all
We-
the assets were made.
Did you see I put the Hex video up?
I did. That'll
Okay.
go up tomorrow.
So we'll have another Inside the Hex video go up tomorrow, which is vlog, and then I'll edit probably today. I did my Mormon Yankee stuffing. And I transitioned the 3500K bulbs in my kitchen. It looks really good. So we're getting our lighting on point, and then you guys freaking turn them all off. I'm so sad about this. And then, Bryce, can you just talk to people about what you built on these darn computers? Like,
Oh yeah.
so this room is about to get finished up here soon, but we're functional.
This room's very much work in progress, but this is Waba's computer over here on this side. This is a Threadripper. You know,
What does that mean?
that's just the AMD name for it.
For their like one
The
of
chip, like whatever that chip is, called a Threadripper. So it's usually they have like server stuff. So it's just like a lot of cores, a lot of threads
got
on
it.
the actual CPU. So Threadripper in there, 2080 Ti. This one is actually a Ryzen 9 5950X. So like 16 cores,
And then you got another case. So that case out here is what we'll put the original machine in there.
Yeah, so that one has to, I have to deconstruct that case to flip it around so they're symmetrical. The case has to be completely taken apart and put back together
Yeah.
because I want it to look right.
And then my argument, which they're not going to let me win, is that we should just go to M1 or M2 iMac Pros in here someday, but we'll see.
No IMAX. We don't want no junk IMAX screens. IMAX screen's like 25 inches. It's like, what is that? See, they need screens like this.
Yeah. Well,
Timeline.
we'll figure something out. I'm going to lose that battle. Anyway, let's go next door and see what those people are doing. They're, I bet you, a lot more stressed out because they have a lot to work to. Jeff, what are you doing?
I'm handling technical support's lightweight. I'm taking care of all the drop shipping this weekend. So Tommy's got.
But I thought, how much of our drop shipping is now automated? You still have to follow
We're
up with
still
it?
in the process of doing all the automation. We have some of the vendors, but not. Tommy hasn't gotten a chance to do all of them yet, so I still have to do some manually.
So what do we have to do to make sure we don't miss an order? You do have to go through each one
So
individually?
Tommy found, and basically we made sure that the spreadsheet's 100% accurate. He found out how to import all the orders
that are
have the
tagged?
drop shipped item, not tagged, but the actual line item itself with the SKU.
Yeah.
It imports the entire order onto the spreadsheet. And we tested
okay.
it for about 2 weeks, and so far it's been 100% accurate on making sure all orders go to the spreadsheet.
Got it. Because what we were doing in the past
It was
was,
just going through every order and had a tagging system, but the tagging system ended up not working. And then so it's like,
Kyle, it's freaking 8 in the morning. Get out of here. Your teeth are going to rot out of your head.
so now we have this spreadsheet, so now I can go through every single order and know, okay, every single dropship order is placed for Black Friday, and I don't have to worry about it. So manually, which sucks, but this eliminates me having to go through every single order, so I can minimize my time a lot.
Got it.
Which
got it.
means I can run around and do
Which-
Instagram stories and follow you.
Yeah, which Jeff has transitioned out of that role into which Manny is sort of taking over, and then we're looking to hire a couple of people. We have quite a few applications. So if you're interested in coming and doing something like this, drop shipping and chasing down orders, Swiss track, stuff like that, we do need somebody to come in and do that. As Jeff is going to be taking over the social media responsibilities of me, following us around, growing the Instagram following, and really just documenting what's going on. So let's go next door. And Brad, you're going to be showing people numbers later. Is that the plan?
Yeah, 1 o'clock. Chris and I are on. Give you a break.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking more order numbers rather than dollar numbers. It's just, you're not going to like it. I mean, I know you want to know it, but you're going to hate me for it. So we're just not going to do that. Let's go next door. Oh, check this out. You guys got to see this. Come on out. So Lewis and Bryce got our vinyl all dialed. So our building is looking somewhat correct. Now the question is, and I don't own the building, but I'm thinking about painting it, which is probably a bad idea from a return on investment perspective, but it'd be cool to paint both of the buildings. But let's go next door and see what those guys are up to. They're probably just sitting around having breakfast. All right, so we got Karchers, we got hose reels. These will all be gone, I'm sure. Probably not today, but right now, today, what they're doing, they come in early and they're working on getting out the orders from Wednesday and Thursday. Because what I asked everybody to do is, hey, let's take off Wednesday, Thursday, and then this is the one weekend that we work. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and they'll go all the way through to next weekend and see where we're at, depending on how many orders come in and how quickly we get things out. But Chris has come over here to help. So let's see what's doing here. All right, so the warehouse is ramping up. We have UPS coming a couple times today. I think Kyle's coming to pick up. We've transitioned to almost completely UPS. USPS has gotten worse and worse as time has gone on. So we've gotten UPS to give us bigger discounts, which we just pass right on to the people buying, to you, on the smaller packages. But we were using USPS for everything. But or everything below 5 pounds. But now we're doing pretty much all UPS. So they'll come and pick up multiple times for us this week to help keep us moving and help keep it so it's not too bogged down. But the Justin's come back from Curated to help pack today, and then he'll go back up to Curated. We'll be making hoses, making buckets, making guns and wands, all the stuff that we assemble. So they've gotten most of the stuff here in stock, ready to go, and then we'll move through all of that, and then we'll bring some stuff down from my building up north. But basically, the way it works is they print out about, what do you print, 100 orders at a time, Robert?
I think he did 200, 150.
So they'll print out 200 orders, and then what they do is they pull out of those 200, we pull out the Hex members, Hex Plus, and the Hex Plus members. Those come out and go to the top. Go ahead. Just pretend I'm not here. Just keep going. So they'll pull out the Hex Plus members, and so every 250 orders or so, the Hex Plus comes to the top. We ship those first. So we try to give as much priority as reasonably possible. And so we still, for now, we still have to print the order. So we print it and have an invoice. The invoice Ted brings over to here. So he brings over, so here's our couple hundred orders. So this one here, which someone will grab next, is a stainless steel PF22 replacement screw and a hose plug. We don't actually have hose plugs, do we? The PP dribble plug? Yeah, I didn't think we have it, because I want one. This next order here, oh boy, so this is one that everybody tries to avoid, a 2-pager, right? But Andrew doesn't avoid, he grabs these first. He throws the easy ones and then grabs the hard ones because he's the most sophisticated picker. You want this one here? This is a nice one for you.
Yeah.
You like that one?
The harder the better.
So like this one is foam applicator, blow gun, Prevost blow gun, iron buster, stainless steel bent wand, drying aid, towels, bucket package, all kinds of cool stuff. And this one's actually going to Beijing. Is that where that's going to? Isn't it? Beijing?
Beijing, yeah.
But that's Canada, isn't it? I think so. No, that's Beijing, China.
Is it?
CN, China.
That's right.
Oh yeah, DHL. That's cool. If you ever ship anything internationally, you want it to go DHL because they're amazing. So Andrew, Trevor, Ted, and then Chris will come over and fill in Robert's spot, and Robert will be doing the picking. And we've transitioned to scanning, so everybody has these are iPhone 10s, I think we're buying now. So the iPhone 10 will allow them to scan an order. So you can see Trevor kind of going through. And then because we've transitioned to our reserve your spot, we've also transitioned to splitting up orders. In the past, if there was something missing from your order, we would have taken the order and set it aside and waited till everything came in stock. We just can't do that any longer. We're going to find out if I'm losing money, if I still have some decent profitability after a few months of this. But you place your order. Let's say you order 10 things. 9 of them are here. 1 of them's not. We'll tag or split ship. We'll split up the order and we'll keep the order for that one thing, and you've locked your spot in line. And we're doing all of that reserving digitally, and so we know that and when an item comes in, our system is then telling us when. Let's say that we're waiting on McKee's N914. We're waiting on that. It shows up. We then print out all the orders from first to last. Let's say that we had 200 people waiting for it. We got 100 gallons. Then we pull the first 100 to ship those out. It gets complicated, and we're having to try to figure this out. What happens if you have 3 things reserved? And so we're having to figure out this on the fly. How does that work? Of course, Amazon has the most sophisticated software in the world to figure that out. But we also can't, we don't pass the shipping off to some other vendor like Amazon would. And so that's where, the shipping cost becomes a real problem, especially on Black Friday. So what we've promised people will do is we're going to split ship once. So we'll split up your initial order, and the secondary items are going to wait and hold until they come in. And that's part of what we're working toward. Because every time you ship, you need a new box, and shipping costs a minimum of $7 or $8 minimum. And so, let's say you had a $200 order and you had 3 things you're waiting for. You can't eat $24, $25 in shipping on something that has maybe $25 in profit. It just doesn't make any sense. So we're figuring that out, trying to be as efficient as possible. So the pickers pick the stuff, they scan the item, it gives them the go-ahead to then stage the item. This is where in the future we need like a 50,000 square foot warehouse so we can have conveyors and all of that. We're going to be building the other side to help with this. It's really a marvel what these guys do in this tiny little, this is like, the building's 3,600 square feet. So this side is 2,000 square feet, but there's an office and entryway as well. So it's only like maybe 1,900, 1,800, 1,750 square feet, something like that. So after they pick it, we stage it here. Eventually, we see we do some bins and stuff like that. We'll be transitioning to, bins and carts, and then putting things on conveyors. But, we're still kind of grassroots here, learning how to do this, building this from scratch. So then Alyssa, Braylon, Justin came down from Curated to help out. My mom, they'll pull the orders off of the picked shelf, and then they just know, because they've done so many tens, if not hundreds of thousands of boxes. So Alyssa saw that, she knows what box that needs to go in. And then they take extra care. We just do this differently than anybody else, I'm telling you. Especially bottles, chemicals, stuff like that. Everything's taped. Even then, things still get punted by UPS, but we have a much higher probability of things getting there intact. So everybody has a Better Pack 555E, so they all have their own machines, the OG tape that comes off. We do have a bunch of boxes built, but still they're having to choose what size box we need. The goal would be to have them surrounded by their boxes, because right now they have to walk halfway across the building to get them. So we at this point, we do still waste a lot of steps, so there's a lot of room for improvement, but the efficiency, what do you think we'll get out today? 500 orders or something like that? Maybe we'll see how it goes.
How many boxes is each one?
Yeah, because, we're not shipping t-shirts, we're gonna ship a 60-inch wand or 42-inch wand. Try to figure out how to get that out to someone. So that's where it gets complicated. And so then after they pack it, they tape the order to the box. The next goal would be to move this to digital, where everybody will have an iPad at their workstation. And so we're going to be changing how this is done at some point. Right now is not the time to completely change the process, but we'll be updating that where they'll be scanning the order. But so once they pack, it comes over here to Robert. They stage it here, so Robert has the order, puts it on the scale to confirm the weight. How close are the weights?
Pretty close.
So
I keep the scale pretty accurate.
Every item we have, so the way that our algorithm works is called the software called Boxify. And so every single product we have in here, and every day we're always improving the size and weight of each product, the dimension. And so Boxify knows within reason, it knows what boxes we have. So we inputted the size of the box, inputted the size of each item, and the weight of each item, and the weight of each box. And so it comes pretty close. So we'll see what this next order looks like. And so when they tape that, he's able to scan it, it pulls the order up, and then he can ship it right out through our software called SKU Labs. So this one, the system is telling us, this international. So international shipping, we still use ShipStation. So this is saying 8 ounces, but it actually weighs what?
6 pounds.
Okay, so that's not a good one. What's in here? What do they buy? They bought a.
Wand and foam cannon.
Got it. And so this was a UPS worldwide shipping.
Belgium.
Going to Belgium. So shipping is $54.41 is what it costs to ship that to Belgium UPS. So people get so cranky about that, but $54, this is going across the world. And I think that's pretty darn reasonable. And people are so conditioned to get free stuff. But then Robert will take the order, throws it away, which Again, it's a bit inefficient at some point. We'll figure out, we'll continue to improve that. Puts the label on, sets it aside. International, UPS likes to kind of separate those out. So he has a spot to put international shipments and spot to put regular shipments. And the beauty of doing a DHL and UPS international, it gets there more reliably than shipping domestically. It's pretty awesome. And so Chris is coming in. Chris is going to fill in for Robert because Robert knows how to pick. Chris doesn't. And so he's going to take over Robert's spot and do the scanning of the items, what Chris is normally doing, handling all the money of the business. And so Robert will help those guys pick to keep the packers flush with things to pick up and pack. And like I said, we're about 650 orders in, so approaching 700 orders. It's early on Friday morning, so you can kind of do the math. It'll probably take us 8 or 9 days to kind of get back to our normal flow. Because on an average day, how many orders do we get? A couple hundred?
Yeah, about 150 to 190 every day.
Yeah, so we're somewhere in the mid to high hundreds every day. And so if we can crank out 500, so let's say we get 3,000 orders over this weekend, it'll take us 6 or 7 days to get that done, plus our normal flow. We'll get behind that next week, where we get 150, 200 orders a day. There's usually a little bit of a lull after Black Friday, but so my guess is we'll be caught up somewhere around Friday of next week, maybe Monday or Tuesday. These guys will be plenty burnt out by then, so we'll try to give them the weekend off for sure. See what we can do if we can get everybody back home. But I think what we're building here, what we're chasing, is building all of our futures. Has much less to do with me and the Matt Moorman YouTube channel, and much more to do with providing people a solution the world wants, and then creating opportunities for all these guys to do something cool, chase something they really like. And the thing that stinks is we all have to do things like this weekend, where we have to do things we don't really love, and answering lots of questions and packing lots of boxes and shipping out lots of things in order to exist and to continue to make these videos and do stuff like that. So let's run next door, and we'll kind of wrap this up for you. I'm going to be doing a live stream all day today, so if you hadn't checked out that stuff, I'm going to be washing the M3 here shortly. But what we have done, so this area next door will become much more efficient here shortly. So we'll be obviously getting rid of all my Sunjoe pressure washers. But this is stacked floor to ceiling with boxes in Chris's office. We have pre-made boxes. These are our most common boxes that are stacked to the ceiling here. And then, for now, I have to get Milwaukee stuff or get audio stuff. They have to run over here to get it. But we're hoping, and we've talked to the fire marshal about putting some sort of walkway through here. And then we may change our packing to this side. I'm not really sure yet. Once we get through Black Friday, we're going to really sit down, and Kyle and I are going to work on the design for this building and figure out, working with Ted and my mom, and figure out what's the most efficient way to set this up. And then Mike is here. So Mike is here full time, lives here, is working for OG. He and I will kind of build this thing and get it set up. So anyway, thanks so much for your support. Don't hesitate. Lock your spot down on things that we're uncertain when they're coming, or if we are certain, it's going to be a while for a lot of things. So lock your spot down. We're going to fight hard and get you the stuff you want. And then, of course, our regular in-stock stuff. Just please be patient. As you can see, we're extremely efficient. And then, obviously, we have some really hard-working people here, which is awesome. So, like I said, thanks for the support. And hopefully I'm hoping for another record year. Let's keep this thing rolling. This is a lot of fun to make things, and then everybody here gets to sort of see the result of you guys supporting us, what we're doing. So yeah, we'll see you soon, and make sure to check out the live streams, and we'll keep the regular YouTube flow going. So thanks for your support. See you soon.